by telling you a little story about what happened to me Sunday morning. So we were down at the beach walking on these rocks. It's a really rocky beach that is kind of well trodden. Most of the rocks are flat in this little path area from people walking up and down the beach. You can do it for miles up here, but it is an area where you have to really focus on and pay attention to what you're to the ground, because it is uneven. Okay, and I found myself all of a sudden I fell, and I was able to kind of block the fall. When I fell down, I hit my knee and cut it up pretty bad. But the worst thing that happened was I hit the side of my head on a rock. And fortunately, I was okay. I was really worried about that, because that could be an end game. And so I started thinking about that afterwards. And here I am, was kind of embarrassed. I was with some friends. Here I am, a Tai Chi teacher, teaching people how not to fall, right? That's one of the focuses of my teaching, is that Tai Chi is an instrument that teaches us balance and prevents falls. And here I was falling because I wasn't paying attention. So I violated one of the basic principles, which I've mentioned here before, which is this principle of a relaxed awareness, right? So we want to be mentally relaxed, but not completely relaxed to the point where we're not paying attention. And because I wasn't paying attention and I let my mind wander, I suffered this fall and could have ended up, much worse than it was. Okay, so that's my little story for today. So let's go out there and do stuff, but be aware of what we're doing all the time. All right. So let's start with the exercises, and we're just going to start rolling the shoulders forward, up and back and down. Let's go the other way now. Good. Rotating our heads back and forth, looking back, right to left. Remember to breathe in as we stretch to the side and breathe out as we come to the center again. Okay, good. Now let's put our fingers out, hands out, facing out in front of you, and flick fingers in and out. I like to do 100 of these. Just keep going. I'll try to keep count. Let's do 40 more. 10, 20, 30, 40. So you feel some fatigue in your hands? That's good. Okay, good if you feel that. All right, that means you're getting something out of it. We can rotate around the, so we're rotating clockwise with both fists, making two fists, rotating forward and back. Around the wrist. And then down and up and around. Counterclockwise. Okay, good. All right. Stretch out a little bit. So we should be sitting up straight with our feet firmly planted on the ground. Relax. Chin in, crown raised, shoulders relaxed. Shoulders pushed forward to hollow the chest. And if you want to get real esoteric about it, one of the rules in Qigong is to touch the tip of the tongue to the roof of the mouth and breathe through your nose. Okay, let's bring the arms out to the sides and up overhead. Big scoop of energy from the earth, rotating the palms down, pushing down slowly, relaxing, breathing out. And another opening breath, up and down. Good. Okay, bring our hands up, arms straight out, fingers dangling down. Turn the palms facing up, fingers up, push down, palms down. Slowly. Come on up. Turn in and pull. Push out. Exhale, relax, open up. Arms all the way out to the back. As far as you can, take a deep breath. And now pull in. Turn the palms facing your chest, pull in. Breathe in, push out, extend. Expand out to the sides. And keep going. And push out. Breathe out. And gently come down, resting the palms on your knees. And just kind of be still with yourself. Tai Chi is sometimes described as stillness and motion and stillness. Bringing your hands up, holding a ball, rotate the hands or palms in opposite directions as we block down and turn and look the right hand or left hand if you're going the other way. Come back holding the ball. Now be aware of this movement, extending the arm to the side, and be careful how you do it. Try to do it the way I'm doing it. And we'll get into this a little later. This is the subject of the lesson today after we finish these exercises. We're going to talk about something called Pung energy. So let's be aware of that movement and notice how, as I extend out to the side and turn at the waist controls the movement, and I'm just rotating around the waist to the side. My arm is bent, so there's a curvature in my arm. out to the side. All right. Like you're holding a basket off to the side. At the same time, as I extend out, I'm turning the arm, I'm turning the palm up and out to the side. So as I'm turning, it's hard to describe. I don't know if you can see it. As I come up, I turn the palm. So it's turn the palm in so that it's facing me. So as you rotate up, you turn your palm and your forearm so that the palm is sort of facing up about 45 degrees. So this is what it looks like as you turn. Your hands are, my thumb is straight up. If I'm going to turn to the left, palm to the left, I'm going to turn my body to the left, at the same time rotate counterclockwise, the palm slightly counterclockwise about 45 degrees, and then extend it out. All right, now that's reason for that is this is used as a block, could be a strike, but more often not, it's used as a block, and it's can also be used as a deflection, more actually as a deflection or a block. And if you're doing this, you don't want to connect with the side of your arm because there's a bone there that's prone to break. If you turn your palm and rotate it up, you're going to connect with the soft tissue and slide off the blow that's coming in, deflect it. And it's a twisting motion. It's a spiraling, twisting motion. And we talked a lot about how these motions, these spiraling motions are used, circular spiraling motions are used to either generate energy or to deflect energy because they're very powerful movements and just simply turning parts of your body. Like when you screw into a wall, it's extremely powerful, more powerful than actually nailing something into a wall. And so that torsional energy is even applied here as a passive movement, as a way of deflecting something. And so that we're doing is coming out and turning. So let's practice that. Rotate up to the side, rotate up and to the side. It's almost as if you're turning the palm up to make an offering, and then you just continue turning after you make that offering. So we've been doing this a lot, and I haven't talked much about it, but this is a quintessential movement in Tai Chi. And it's interesting that, you know, we do it as an exercise to develop the form and to develop our awareness of what we're doing and an intention about what we're doing. We're not just waving our hands in the air. There's a lot of intention here. So as you come up to the side, and it's almost like you're holding a ball in your, and it's also called shoot the moon. It's just like you're coming up and you're holding the moon, like you're holding a globe in your hand as you come up and then turn to the side and let it go. All right. And now rotate down and straight up, pushing down and up. All the movements have this rotational energy to them. in different directions, and then also they're from side to side, they're mirror images of each other. Stretch, stretch, and push down and push up, like you're holding a tray up. Push down, palm straight down. And come back holding a ball. And now I like to open and close, feel the resistance, letting the ball expand and contract, pushing in and come down and relax. And let's come up again, holding that energy ball. All right, now notice the shape of the hands. They're not flat. You relax your hands so they're kind of rounded, like you're holding a large bowl in your hand, very gently. And the fingers are curved, like the tile on the Chinese roof pagoda. Should look like this. Relaxed, yet there is structure. In the relaxed state, there is structure. It's called controlled relaxation, right? All right. Keep going with this. Expand and contract. Controlled relaxation. On the mental end of it, it's relaxed awareness. Okay. All right, now let's turn the ball over and pull to the side. So we're holding the ball to one side. I need to get this, I'm sorry. Hello? Hello? Wendy, I can't talk, I'm in the middle of a class. Sorry about that. I thought it was an emergency. All right. So we're just pulling, we're turning the ball over and pulling toward the side where of the lower hand, where the fingers are pointing. So if I turn the ball over and my lower hand, lower palm is up, but the fingers are pointing right, I pull to the right. See how far you can turn around your waist. So here we are stretching the tendons in that area of our lower back. At the same time, we're squishing blood in and out of our kidneys. We're exercising our internal organs. And we're doing it in a very gentle way, right? I just started playing golf a few weeks ago, and my form is really excellent. Actually, I have to say, if I do say so myself, people think I've been playing for years. And it's because I've done these exercises for so many years, and I'm just really flexible around the waist. And the whole game of golf is using your core, the core of your body, the waist, and your form to drive the ball. The hands do very little work. So the principles of golf are very similar to the principles in Tai Chi. All right, now let's push to the left and push to the right from side to side. I'm going to turn sideways, reaching out, pushing one arm extended out across. That's the front arm, fingers facing forward. Back palm is to the side of the shoulder, fingers pointing forward, palms facing out. The back hand, elbows straight back. Good. And now rotate both hands together to the mirror image, the other side. Push and pull and turn. Push and pull and turn. And now let the waist lead the movement. There's this gentle turn in the waist just before the movement starts with the hands. And so it's kind of like a whip-like action with the waist driving the hands and leading. And again, in golf, it's that same whip-like action using the waist. It sends the ball off over 200 yards with very little effort. Pulling, pushing back. Feel this in your shoulders and your hips. All right. And if you like, you can, between each of these exercises, you can take a big scoop of energy up and down, a closing breath, come down and relax. 2 fists, part of the fist facing up, elbow straight back, fist at your waist. Punch, twisting and punching and kicking out with the other leg. I'm going to lower my screen. Nice and slow, Sally. Very nice. This should be really linear. This is right through the shoulder line. And come back, take a closing breath, scoop down. And once again, getting down to the feet, we put our foot down, raise the heel, and sway back and forth. And put our feet down or foot down and then rock back and forth. You can move your knee with this, okay? To do this right, you have to move your knee back and forth, following the movement of the foot. Okay. Now the other foot. And rock back and forth. Okay, good. Okay, so we've been talking about these concepts or principles called the 6 body mechanics, and we've already gone through 2 of them, the silk reeling exercise, and there are exercises for each of these, right? So we talked about silk reeling, and which is the idea that you have connectivity between different parts of your body, in particular your feet and your hands. And so when one moves, you feel a connection between those parts, between the hand and the feet. And the connection has a feeling like you're reeling silk, like you're pulling on a silk thread, which imparts a sort of feeling of gentle resistance to the movement. The second thing we talked about was the ground path of that feeling that all of the moves initiate basically from the ground up. And so the power comes from the ground up through the legs, through the waist, and then the waist transfers that power to the arms and the hands. And sometimes I use this analogy. I guess I've talked about this before, of the waist doing all the work. Basically, as the waist turns, the waist is an axle, like a cart, and as the waist turns, the axle turns, the wheels turn. And the axle is connected to the wagon by a pin. And that pin can be thought of as the dantian, the area here inside the body where all the energy is held, and then distributed to the rest of the body. And so when that pin moves very small, makes a very small moment of movement, it sends that energy out to the wheels, and the wheels move a lot faster, imparting more energy than the energy around the moment of the movement around the pin. So if you see what I'm saying, is the pin is only moving a fraction of an inch, but the wheels are moving an inch or more. And the further out the wheels are from the pivot point, the greater the momentum and the more the force or energy, right? Because force is a function of speed and mass. And the further out these wheels are, the faster they move. So the more energy they have. And so I just, like point that this is a nice example of these basic Tai Chi principles. So today we're going to talk about a third mechanic or body mechanic, and it's called Pung energy. And we've been doing Pung energy in this exercise that we do with the arms. And that's why I talked a little bit more about it. We teased it apart a little bit in terms of exactly how it's done. And it's this movement of expansive movement of coming up and around with the arm bent with structure and intent. And the way to conceptualize this Pung energy is a good example of this is, so this is, I was talking about using these images, this card here. I don't have a beach ball in front of me, but if you imagine you have a beach ball, and we've probably all done this as kids, when you try to push the ball underwater. If you take a beach ball to a pool, to the ocean, bathtub, whatever, or a sink, whatever, and you fill that up with water, and you push down on top of the ball, it's very difficult to make the ball go underneath the water because the ball tends to float up. But more importantly, the force that you're generating, that you try to generate, is at right angles to where the ball is sitting. But if you think about it, the ball is sitting on a very small point. It's an infinitesimally small point. And from that point, the ball has this roundness to it. And that roundness it uses very effectively to dissipate the energy coming down. So as when you push down, the harder you push, the harder it is to make the ball go down without it rotating up and squirting up from the side. And if you go ahead and try it, you'll see how hard that is. The ball, you'll be able to push down for a while, and then all of a sudden, when you're not exactly at right angles to that very small point at the bottom of the ball will rotate and spin out away from you. And you can really see an example of this. If you put the ball in, you really get the full impact of this force or energy of this force, is if you throw the ball in the pool and then you throw yourself on top of it. What will happen, I can guarantee you that what will happen is As soon as you land on that ball, the ball will turn and it'll throw you off in one direction or the other. No matter how big you are, that's what's going to happen. And that's how this energy is really interesting, because it's an energy of non-resistance, if you think about it. No matter how much force you apply, in fact, the more force you apply, the easier it is for the ball to twist and turn away. And that's called Pung energy. And it's a very passive energy, but very powerful. So we're going to do a series of exercises here, of movements. We're going to do 6 of them. And these are 6 energy. They're called the 6 energies. They're actually 8 energies, and these are forces that are used in Tai Chi. And we're going to do 6 out of the 8, because the 6 that we're going to do are the most prominent forces. And there are essentially 8 ways to use your hands to generate a force or to defend yourself. And 6 are the most prominent. I'll mention the 2 that aren't used as much, and that's the elbow and the shoulder. I don't know if we talked about these, but the first 4 are called Pung, Lu, Ji, and An. And Pung is the first and foremost of them. And Pung is done this way, just simply rotating the arm out, just like we do in this exercise. All right. And we use Pung in the movement that we do in the Sun style set that we do, where we turn the palms over and push out, extending the palms past each other. And that's why I always say that it's not linear, it's not straight out. It's a circular motion in and out. And it's a deflection. And kind of like that example of the ball in the water, we're forming a round shape to deflect a force coming in. And by simply pushing out and across, we can deflect a force of any magnitude coming in with applying very little energy. So if you have to use your imagination a little bit, but it's the same idea of the ball turning away from the force, pushing the force away, all right? The ball in the water. And so this way we're going to do it. We're going to start holding a ball to the side, just like in these exercises we do. And what we're going to do is we're going to come up and make a connection between the wrist and the inside of the wrist and the hand. And we're going to continue up, pushing on the wrist out to the side. All right, so we start to the side, holding the ball. We come up, make the connection, fingers to the inside of the wrist, and we keep turning out to the side. Let's turn to the other side, holding a ball. Twist, turn, make the connection, come across, guiding the arm, the push of the arm across with the finger of the other hand on the wrist, palm down. Holding a ball on the other side, connect, come across. I'm going to turn sideways. And this is an exercise to develop the Pung energy. All right, so we're going to turn to the side, turning to my left. Bring my left palm up, bring my right palm down, connect to the wrist, and continue over to the other side. Open the hands up, turn to the right. Start to twist forward, make that contact, finger to the wrist, Pung shape to the left hand out to the side. Hold the ball on the left, connect, turn and strike. holding the ball on the right. Connect, continue the rotation over to the other side. So let's see if we can just continue this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. The other side, 2, 3, 4. So really all you're doing is initiating the same movement as in the opening exercises, where we start, we're holding this ball and we rotate the hand out to the side like this. So forget about the left hand or the other hand. So you're just rotating out to the side. And as we do this, we're just going to put the fingers on the inside of the wrist of the other hand. Take the fingers of the other hand, palm down, put them on the wrist, and guide that push across. All right. Turn, touch, push. Turn the palms over, touch, push. Turn them over, push. Turn them over and push. Over and push. And Fred, when you come across, don't come across with the back of the hand. Try to come up with the palm facing up. Okay? So you want your palm to face up in this exercise. And it all the way across. Turn at your waist. Turn at your waist. There you go. Good. Pretend that your arm is a lever, pushing something aside as you guide it with the fingers of the other hand. Now see if you can impart this feeling of sinking into the ground with the opposite foot. As you push across to one side, you push down on the ground with the other side. So now we're adding to this pung energy what? The mechanic of the ground pad. We pull across to pung and block, we push down with the other foot into the ground. And now imagine, as we're punging from left to right, that there's a silk thread attached from one leg to the arms. Opposite, pushing to the left, the connection is between the right foot and the hands, pushing to the right, between the left foot and the hands. The silk stretching. Very subtle. And you have all these three things going. You feel that connectivity between the legs, the waist, and the arms. The arms are not moving by themselves in a vacuum. Everything is connected. Okay. So this is palm. And now if we turn the palms, we come up to one side and we turn the palms both over facing each other. Left palm up, right palm down. Let's pull back to the other side. Arms length apart, we pull back. We get to this side, turn the palms over and pull to the other side. Turn the palms over, reach out and forward and pull back. Turn the palms over, reach forward and pull back. This is Lu. Lu is pull back. It's a pull back force, grabbing and pulling back and down. Turning over, sweeping back, forward, turning over and pulling back. Turning at the waist. Same concepts of silk reeling and the ground path. As I pull back, I push down with the other leg. Okay, now let's come back to one side. Now this time, turn the palms and put the finger, one finger of the backhand against the inside of the wrist of the forward hand and push straight forward, like so. So now what you're doing is you're pressing out. So this is called press, G. It's called press. Is you're pressing, guiding the press with the fingers of the other hand. Turn the palms over. All right, pull back. Turn the palms, press the fingers of the back hand to the inside of the front wrist. The front arm is bent. The palm is facing out, and you're going to then turn. As you turn, you're going to press out the back of the hand. All right. Pull back to the other side. Push forward. Open the palms up. Pull back to the other side. Press forward. Open the palms up. Pull back. Press. Pull back. Press. Pull back. Press. Pull back. Press. If you just hold that ball back there, you can do the same thing. Starting out by holding the ball, place the fingers of the upper hand inside of the left wrist and push forward. And finally, on. Open up your hands with fingers pointing straight out. Extend your palms. Pull down and up. Reach out, pull down, and up in a circle. Reach down, pull down, reach out, pull down, and up. Reach out, pull down, and up. Reach down and pull down and up. Hung Li Qian. And we push. Pull down, bring the hands in, up, and push. Grab wrists, pull down. In a circle, come up to the chest and push. Down and out. Pull down as if you're grabbing somebody's wrist. Come up to the chest, push out. Come down, come up, block, push out. Pull down, come up, block, and push out. Grab, pull down and up, block, and push out. All right. If you count those up, there's 6 of them. There's ward off or pump. It's also called ward off. All right. Pull back. Press. Pull down. That's 4. Splitting energy, 5. Push, 6. And there are 2 more that aren't used as much. Using the elbow to strike. and using the shoulder to strike. Okay. Those are called the 8 energies, and those are basically the 8 ways to use your hands in Tai Chi to defend yourself. All right, let's see how much time is left. It's 12:17, so let's get on and do a round of Tai Chi. Now, you'll notice, of course, as in the set, that we're using all these, basically we're using these movements and only these movements. And you should be able to recognize these energies in the Tai Chi set, in the sun step. So let's sit up straight and relax. Tuck chin in, raise the crown. Make sure you make that nice firm connection between the feet and the ground. Sitting up straight. Take a few deep breaths. We're starting out in this state of Wuji, of complete total relaxation and emptiness. And now we're going to enter the state of the Tai Chi, or the Grand Ultimate, as we bring the hands up, fingers pointing down. Bringing the hands in as we inhale, down to the waist and push out. Bring the hands in to the chest and open and close. Breathing in and out. Turn the palms facing out, push out gently, a few inches, open up to the sides like a swallow wing. Following the movement of the right hand. Eyes looking straight forward at the right hand. Rotate the right hand down in an arc across the lap to the left, underneath the left elbow. Switch up and down on the left shoulder line and pull to the right. Keep breathing. Switch up and down and pull to the left. Switch up and down, pull to the right. Relax your hands. Again, to the left. Turn the lower palm up and across, holding a ball, facing forward, and open and close. Set up for brush knee to the right, holding the left hand down, the right hand out, turning to the side, looking at the right palm, left finger on the right elbow. As we turn forward, using the waist to drive these energies, we sweep across with the left hand and push forward with the right, through the shoulder line. Left hand palm facing down at the hip. To play the loop, bring the left palm down in a slight arc to the left. Bring the lower hand, left hand up, lower hand up, over, front of the face. Deflect, turn the palms facing each other, right palm up. Push out, sweeping the palms past each other with the right palm, palm facing up. We pull the left palm in flat to the waist. Turn left palm up, right palm down. Push and pull, the slight arc across and out, and in and back. That pung energy again, make 2 fists. Rotate the left fist over the chest to block or parry as we punch up the right fist to the face. Open the palms up, extend back, calling block, bring the palms down, push out. Exhaling. Inhale, bring the palms in. Open, exhale and close. Going to the other side. Just like before, extend the palms out, single whip. Bring the left palm down and arc underneath the right elbow. Switch up and down and pull to the left. Switch up and down, pull to the right, up and down, pull across, let your waist do the work. The arms are like the wheels, the waist is like the axle. Pull to the other side. Turn the lower palm up, cross, turn to the front, palms facing each other, open and close. Brush knee left, rotate the palms to the left, right fingers on left elbow, turn at the waist, look back at the palm, left palm. Sweep across, thumb down, blocking across with the right hand as we push forward with the left hand. Palm facing out. Play the loop. Left palm sweeps down in an arc like an oblong circle. Right palm comes up, exchanging places. Deflect, lower palm up, right palm down. Push out with the lower palm, pull back with the upper palm. Right palm to the face down at the left, at the right hip. Left palm straight out, about neck level, the palm up, fingers pointing out. Make two fists. Bring parry across with the left fist, punch up over the right, over the left wrist, the right fist. And this punch should be with the eye of the palm, the whole or the whole of the palm or fist facing up. Open the hands up, draw them back, calling block, and the hands down, push. All right. Open and close. Turn to the left, sit up for brush knee left. Pull across with the right palm, push forward with the left palm, brush knee. Man walking, straighten out his clothes. We pull the right hand up, vertical to the hip. As we then push out, bringing it up in an arc, a half circle, pushing out the right fingers, pulling back with the left hand until the left fingers touch the right inside of the right wrist. The arm should be extended at this point, palms facing each other. We turn the palms over like you're opening up a flower or a book. We bring the palms down and up, in, down and up, under the chin, and push out like we're offering something. This is monkey offering fruit. Rotate to the right. We want to keep that connection of the left fingers. The left palm happens to be up, but the left fingers at the point of the inside of the right wrist. From here on out, we're going to maintain that connection. We're going to block to the right as we swing to the right, rotate the palm up underneath the chin, over the right shoulder, like we're holding a tray. Keep going forward, pushing out straight. Both palms facing out. Push out, guiding that push of the right palm facing out with the left fingers still attached to the inside of the right wrist. But that left hand is beneath the right palm, also pointing in the same direction. Gently release that grip, so that the palms are facing each other, holding the ball. Bring them in, open and close. One more single whip. And now make a fist with your right hand. Turn the palm of the left hand facing left. Turn to the right, sweeping across the block or parrying with the left hand is we form a fist and bringing it down in a circle, circular movement around and back, a half circle around and back, and then punch under elbow. We're punching under the left elbow. And that left hand is in the same position as the second play the loop. It's up with the finger, the thumb pointing toward the face, fingers pointing up and the palm facing to the right. We're punching just under that elbow. So we're blocking or parrying across and punching under to the short ribs. So this punch is different than the first one, which is like grabbing an arm, pulling it across and punching up over. Here we're parrying across with an open fist, open palm, blocking across and punching under the wrist or under the elbow, actually. Okay, set up to the right for brush knee. Brush knee. Sweeping across, pushing forward. The next one is similarly a light brush knee, but it's called Repulse the Monkey. Is we set up to the left by pulling the left palm forward, right with it from the waist. It's forward with the palm up and bringing it in to our body, like we're reaching out and bringing something in, drawing something in and up and in, as to a point where now you position that elbow so that the right fingers are touching the elbow, right? So it's just basically pulling out and in and making that contact, all right? We brush knee again. Turn that left palm up, bring it in. This is Repulse the Monkey. Bring it in as the right arm comes up, so we can make that connection between the left fingers and the right elbow. All right, so we're just basically making these movements so we can get in position. This basic position of the wound up position to do a kind of a brush knee move. We're going to do one more forward and brush knee. So we're going to stop here. And then next week we'll go on. So really what we're doing here is 3 brush knees, 2 of which are called Repulse the Monkey, because they have this element of pulling in to set up to the finger on the elbow. We're pulling in like so. All right. And so if you follow me, we punch under elbow, we set up. The first is simply set up, we push, and now we pull out and up and in with the left hand and set up and do a brush knee. And now we do the same thing. We turn the upper palm up, we pull in and set up. All right, so it's 2 Repulse the Monkeys followed by simple brush knee. So these are a series of complex movements. When they're done standing up, they're done in 3 different directions. So here we're trying to simulate that in the sitting position. I've just redesigned it to make it work in the sitting position. But the moves are virtually the same. Okay. Let's see, it's 12:31, and so it's a good time to stop. Are there any questions? So I know we covered a lot of content today. Hopefully all of this will kind of meld together. You know, you'll digest all of this. Your mind and your body will digest all of this stuff, because you know, it's all connected, and you'll start feeling these different energies without even thinking about them. Okay. Yeah, and then you'll start to really get this feeling of power and control out of these movements. They're not just movements waving our hands. They all have based on principles, body mechanics, physics, and mental awareness, and in particular using the mind to create intentions. Okay, so have a good week. Don't do anything stupid like I did by walking around mindlessly and falling and hitting your head on a rock. You can see I have a bit of a contusion here. So do as I say, not as I do.